And we are live. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Logan again, playing some more Snowrunner. I think I'm going to keep doing these short streams directly after work whenever I have time. It's kind of nice to do the short ones, and then I can do a longer one on Friday night. But if you're watching this later or live, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that stuff. Today, doing something a little different. Today, I've staged basically all three of my capable trucks for logging. Here's what I've got going on. I have the Fleet Star, or the Western Star rather, with a medium log carrier frame with a medium log carrier trailer. I know, I'm probably overloading it. We changed trucks here. I got the Pacific with its specialized logging trailer. It's got long logs. And I've got the Fleet Star with a Hydrolift saddle. Now, I know what you're thinking. The Fleet Star is severely overloaded, and it is. So we're going to pull all these logs, and we're going to do lumber for the locals. Timber for the locals, rather. So we're doing this. Let me record locally in case something happens. And I'm just going to start these runs. So I think where I'd like to start is I would like to start... I think I can hop from the Pacific to the Western Star. What I would like to start is I would like to deliver to the farm. I think the farm is closest. I want to get the medium logs done to the farm. So let's see where that is. So farm would be... Yeah, I think it would be safest to take this track. And then over that way... And I'm going to stick mostly with highway on these runs. Yeah. As much highway as possible, because with the exception of the Pacific, I am overloading every single one of these trucks. So I'm going to stay on highway as much as possible. It may be tough in through here. I can refuel past the... I can refuel at the fuel station. Also, wait... Is there another highway route that I'm overlooking? No. This is kind of it. I have to go through here past the fuel station. There's a couple mud pits and things. Now I could cut through and use this, but I would rather go this way. Cut across and then see if maybe I can get into the farm that way. Because if I go all the way around... Actually, no. That's a lie. I have a feeling I'm going to sink if I do that. So I'm going to stay on highway, and I'm going to take it pretty much all the way around. It's longer, but it's safer. Because I am overloading this truck massively. And I'm going to run the off-road gearbox the entire time, and I'm going to guzzle fuel. And I want to wait till morning. Get a start in the morning. See, it barely moves under rear wheel power. Kind of moves under all wheel. It gets going. It gets going with the off-road gearbox. So this is the first step. I'm gonna be in low plus the entire time. If I make it up. If I make it up. I might have to go to low or low minus through some of these stretches. But I am overloading this Western Star massively. But as I say, I'm trying to challenge myself. I'm learning about logging because the next logical step for Friday's stream is going to be to head over to Island Lake and scout Island Lake to do some of the logging stuff over there. I'm burning almost 5 gallons a minute. So it is good. It is good. that we are, it is good that we're passing by the fuel station on sort of each leg of the journey here. And I feel like I will be prone to flipping over if I'm not careful. So I'm taking it real slow. And I need to switch between rear wheel and four wheel and off-road gears. I need to do that diligently. I have massively overloaded this truck. But it can handle it. I mean, I did a little bit of testing this morning just to see if this truck could move. And it can. Like, it can handle this. Not comfortably, but it can handle this. I dread to see what the Fleet Star will do with long logs, because I have the Fleet Star configured for long logs. But even if the Fleet Star can't do the long logs, I could have the Pacific do all of them. Or wait, hold on. One of my windows is not showing properly. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had a stream thing that wasn't showing properly and I had to refresh it. That's fine. But I think any incline at all, I'm gonna be using off-road gears. I'm gonna be using low plus. And if you see the way this trailer hitch works is the trailers are kind of colliding with each other. So it is pulling me to the left always at all times. But I wanted to kind of do oversized load. Easy. Yeah, over highway this does fine. That's why the route is mostly highway. This is overloaded. The Fleet Star is also overloaded. We'll get there eventually. And the Pacific will do exactly what it's designed to do, which is haul heavy logs. That's kind of the purpose the Pacific was built for. Alright, let it straighten out. That was close. That was close. Alright, we will fuel up. We will fuel up because fuel consumption is insane. Burnt almost half of our fuel. Well, actually no, that's not true. I burnt about a third of my fuel staging this truck there by the logging station. And then about another 15% doing this leg of the journey. Here, I'm going to put it in four wheel. I don't want to put my wheel down in the ditch at all. I feel like I will tip over. I want to stay on highway as much as possible. I'm actually leaning in my chair around some of these corners. This truck would not be able to move this without the off-road gearbox. The off-road gearbox gives me just enough power to move this trailer over dirt. We're moving at Pacific speeds right now. And I will give the gearbox a rest whenever possible. And I am being more careful than usual through these twists and turns. We should come out around... We're going the long way around the swamp, but we should come out around the back side of the farm. So it should be a pretty easy delivery. Alright, got just enough space to pull these trailers. This is definitely not an optimal configuration, but I'm pushing it. Go over to our off-road gearbox. I've never quite overloaded my trucks like this before. I guess technically in the Fleet Star early on, when I was pulling stuff with highway tires and a trailer, I was overloading it. Like here, let's see how it does. Let's see how... About the same. Actually, the low plus on the highway gearbox does slightly better. So I am just gonna need to crawl through here. All right. Take it on the highway. Yeah, this thing does fine with this load on highway. And it's pretty economical, even as overloaded as it is on highway. But man, oh man. Any kind of mud or dirt. Whoops. Wrong stick. Any kind of mud or dirt, I definitely need to be moving those off-road gears. And here's our delivery. I'm just taking it nice and slow. Letting the truck right itself, because I am swaying and shimmying. Okay. Wow, the truck just lightened up significantly. Wow, okay. Well, 2 medium logs to the farm, so I've got 1 medium log. So the next run is going to be 1 medium log to the farm and then 1 to town storage. So I'm currently facing this way. So if I were to go to town storage, let's see, just to plan my route here. Best way to town storage would be to actually turn it around and go the other way. But I need to go back to the logging station. So I'm going to turn around. I'll go here. We'll go the exact way we came, and we're gonna cruise because we'll be completely unladen. And then I'll do 1 to the farm, and then 1 to town storage, and then another 2 to town storage, and then that'll complete the contract. I'll fuel up each way, and then we'll do the heavies, the heavy log lifting. But that actually worked. That I was afraid that it wouldn't. I was afraid that it wouldn't. And then here, and then load them up. All right, so I'll circle around in the drive. Oh yeah, we're cruising now. I'll circle around on the drive. And then we'll head on out. This thing was chugging almost 5 gallons. Almost 5 gallons. I'm the worst of it. But I'll have 2 more runs in this. And then... yeah, I'll have 2 more runs in this. Because this needs 1. The other one needs 3. So actually, on the final run, I can leave the logging trailer, like the trailer hitch, at the logging station, and then just go with the logging frame. Oh, by the way, I deleted the colorable mod because I think the extra colors were making me lose some of my frame add-ons and things. Like, I know I lost a few loading cranes and I lost a few multicolored sideboard beds, so no more of those. Unfortunately. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, you know? Mods can screw you over a little bit, but I'm just going to keep on pushing. I tried pulling long logs in this a while ago, and I kind of couldn't. But actually, how about this? Once I get back to the logging station, I'm going to pull logs to... the lumber mill with the Pacific. Because I want to know... Actually, no. I'm not going to use the Pacific for the first run. I'm going to use the Fleet Star. Because if I can make it to... the lumber mill with the Fleet Star... the Pacific can definitely make it. So actually, once I fuel this thing up and once I get it to the logging station, and it's good that we pass fuel stations a bunch in these runs, because these logging runs guzzle fuel. Absolutely guzzle fuel. But this is great. I completely overloaded the truck, but it made it just fine. I had to use the gearbox diligently, but it worked. Served its purpose. Whoa. I don't know what that was. I think I glitched a bit. Oh my god, See, now that I can go fast, I'm driving poorly. But when I have a full load, I am super careful. But can you blame me? I was going about half this speed the whole way. So yeah, I'll stop by the station. Yeah, the station's up here. Okay. I'll stop by the station, fuel up. Like I said, I'm going to be cautious and just fuel up each way. Fuel's free for me, so there's no reason not to. We could just pass right on through. I'll load this thing up, turn it around, and then I'll get in the Fleet Star, and I want to see if the Fleet Star can actually make it to the lumber mill. I'm not positive it can. But if it can, that would be great. I can't believe I got 2 loads of mediums over there in this truck. I legitimately can't believe it. And we're gonna do it again. But I do, before I continue this, I am going to move the long logs in the Fleet Star. Because that's my main concern. I wanted to do a run in this to make sure that this was theoretically possible. All that way, and it is. We've confirmed that. The next variable is, can the Fleet Star pull long logs to the lumber mill? I'm not so sure. And there's only one way to find out, which is to try. As with so many things in this game, the only way you can find things out is to try. Almost had a runaway truck there. Jeez. Hold on. I've got to check something real quick. Okay. Nope. Sorry, everybody. I hate clicking off things or checking things during streams, so thank you for bearing with me. I'd rather just keep streaming. I like streaming in these sort of smaller 90-minute chunks. It's very fun to do on a weekday. It forces me to A, prepare for the stream. Like, get my trucks and trailers ready, have it ready to go, because I don't have time to prepare things during this block. I can usually find time in the morning, you know, after I eat breakfast and shower, and after my girlfriend leaves for work, and before I need to start my work from home job, I can usually find about 15-20 minutes to prepare trailers and get them where they need to be. I don't want to spend the first 20 minutes of a stream preparing for the stream. You know what I mean? That's just not something I want to do. If I'm going to present these streams, I want to at least get kind of right into some action. Okay. Alright, we're loaded back up. I gotta be very careful turning her around, because this mud is very, very uneven, but I want to turn her around. I'll put her behind the Pacific. Yeah, I'll put it here. I'll stop engine. Oh, and I can hop into the Fleet Star from here, huh? Yeah. Okay, so long logs need to go to the lumber mill. How am I getting there? Well, I'm going out here. Probably similar to what I did before, but I'm taking a different turn. So I'd want to stay highway here. I feel like I'm going to be diff lock and highway gearbox the entire time. So we go here. Go past the station. Do not turn to the farm. Stay on the highway. We're gonna basically go through town, right? Yeah, we're gonna basically go through town. So I'm gonna do this. This little water over road hazard is gonna be weird with this configuration, but one thing at a time, yeah? So I'll go, what's the best way into the lumber mill? Probably this road, huh? I should probably sort of go through town, because there's a couple ways into the lumber mill. Yeah, I'll kind of go through town. This would be a sharp turn, but I'll make it. And then I'll go here, here, and here, because that'll be mostly downhill. Actually, it's kind of downhill both ways when I'm unloading, but you get the idea. Okay, Fleet Star. Oh, she's moving. Look at her. Oh my god. She's moving. Yep. I'm going to be diff lock and low plus probably the entire way. Whoa. What's going on? Is the trailer pulling me? Yeah, the trailer's pulling me. What the hell? Yeah, the trailer's pulling me. Ooh. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna unhitch from this for a sec. Can I winch? I don't think this is viable. I think I'm just gonna have to do slow runs in the Pacific. I could try and pull the back end of the trailer over, reorient it using this pole. And then that'll let me kind of turn around. Yeah. Yep. I can go this way. Okay, so I've learned something. The trailer with logs is heavier than this truck. So is it viable to take this path out? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to continue down the track and see if I can take this path out. But I do need to be careful turning uphill. I do need to be careful turning uphill. I think I can do this run exactly once. Yeah. The logs are lifting the truck. The logs are lifting the truck. Unbelievable. I guess just because you can pull logs in this truck doesn't mean you should. This is going to be fun. Okay. Low gear diff lock. Yes. 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 Uh-huh. There we go. Okay, so what am I doing here? So let's mark our route here. Highway shouldn't be too bad. It's mostly highway. I think I'm going to do this once, exactly once in the Fleet Star. Take the Fleet Star back to the garage. Park this hydrolift trailer. And that's going to be it. Because once we're here, we're pretty much all highway. The entire way. Because long logs are going to the lumber mill. We'll be highway except for getting it into the lumber mill. So that'll be fun, I guess. But this truck is too light for logging, apparently. And the Fleet Star is just heavy enough. So maybe I should maybe I should consider switching it. Maybe I should put the long log trailer on the Fleet Star and just have the long log trailer on the Western Star with Hydrolift, and then big ups to Pasta Maker, and then use the Fleet Star to do like just small medium log runs. That's probably the way. That's probably the way. And I'm going through town. I'm not going to do that business. I'm going through town. I'm going to do that, and then there is going to be the destination. But you can see going uphill, my front wheels are basically off the ground, which means this trailer is heavier than the truck it's pulling. Yeah, just like poop. You know what though? I can winch myself sideways. Hold on. I know a way. All right. Yeah, I'm going to do this logging run exactly once. Exactly once. And then I'll figure something else out. I got a little ambitious. Wanting to use both of these trucks. On highway it does fine, though. Like on highway this truck is managing. If I have zero rolling resistance, this truck is managing. But as soon as the trailer gets any rolling resistance, it lifts up this truck. Like, see? We're going over these stones, and the truck gets lifted up. That's how it be. That's how it is. Good Lord. But I can do this exactly once. I am most definitely returning this trailer to the garage and repurposing this truck for something else after this run. Although, wait a minute, that's what a quitter would say. If I can do this run once, I can do it again, right? Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing 2 runs with this. Look, it's basically swinging my truck back and forth. And my gearbox fucked up. That's crazy, my gearbox fucked up. Alright, well, if this thing survives. Alright, let's put it back in drive. We're highway. We're highway for now. So we can just use the standard gears. Oh my God. I have no control, and my suspension is nearly shot. I have no control. You know, I could have something like... Because I have a couple highway trucks I'm not using that are heavier than this and more powerful than this. I do have a couple highway trucks in the garage. What I might do is once I kind of know we're all highway, I might let a highway truck pick this trailer up. Maybe. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna flip. How did I not flip? Jeez, almost had a heart attack. So, funny that you asked, not sure. Big ups, welcome to the stream. So, yes, I did consider the P16. Let me show you where it is. So the P16 is loaded up, ready to make its own run. But what I also wanted to do is I wanted to just see if I could do this run in the Fleet Star. And I think I can do it once. I think I can do this logging run precisely once in the Fleet Star. Yep. I'm a professional. Oh, I definitely need fuel. I definitely need fuel. Burn more than half a tank getting here. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. It is fun to push the limits of trucks, especially me. Since I'm learning here, I do not want it dark. I'm sorry. I'm waiting till morning. I slept in the truck on this road. Waited until morning. But I am pushing the limits of this Fleet Star. But I think this trailer is gonna be sold, and this truck is going back to the garage. Truck and trailer are going back to the garage, for sure. Okay, I need a low plus. I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna flip. There's no way I don't flip. Also, my suspension is killing me. Killing me. Oh yeah, we're bouncing. Stop. I can kinda, as I rev, I can kinda turn a little more as I first spin the wheels. But my front tires are basically not on the ground right now. I don't know what's pulling. Are the logs pulling the truck or like what? I don't even know. Okay, we're on highway, so I can go to rear wheel for a bit. I'm gonna cut this turn nice and slow. I think that's the worst of it. Yeah, that's the worst of it. We're gonna be pretty much all highway except for this. The only non-highway part now, it's gonna be that puddle in through town and delivering to the actual lumber mill. But we're pretty much highway except for that one water hazard going into town. You know the one. We'll get there. And delivering at the actual lumber mill. Okay, this thing doesn't turn for shit. Hopefully, I can correct the turn. Yep, there's just enough space. Yep. Glad I caught that. That could have been a horrible situation. I also just did an oversized run with two medium log shipments in the Western Star. It did it, but I was guzzling about 5 gallons a minute to do it. If you rewind the stream, you'll see that. Crazy. So that's my medium log solution, and I have no control authority over this right now. None. Oh Lord. Oh, nope, she's got it. I'll put her in low plus. There we go. She's got it. Oh my god. Stop. Okay, I gotta back up. I gotta back up until my wheels are on the ground. Yeah. Yep. Alright, let my truck down. I feel like I'm fighting with these logs right now. This Fleet Star, though, man. I mean, you technically can outfit it with a long logging trailer, but I've learned the hard way that you shouldn't. This has been a very fun experience for me. I was so fascinated with the idea that I could, I didn't stop to think and consider if I should. Because basically anything steeper than this, my truck gets lifted off the ground by the logs. Going over that water hazard is gonna absolutely screw me. It's gonna bone me. Here we go. Alright, this is what separates the men from the boys. I'm gonna put it in 4-wheel drive. I'm gonna go to low plus. I'm gonna go nice and slow. Yep. Oh, oh, oh. Yes. 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 Okay, we're through. I don't need to fuel up there. I'm just going to keep going. All right, we're back on standard gears. That was insane. That was insane. Well, I only need to deliver three long logs. So I would rather run this once and then run the Pacific twice. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do, because the Pacific is a slow lumbering beast, but it's built for this. So I'll have way more control. But I'm happy I had this experience. I really am happy I had this experience. It's been good. Whoa! Oh. Wait, did they come unpacked? Yeah, I think they did. What? Oh. I thought I screwed myself there. Okay. I swear they came unpacked. But I guess they didn't. I don't think this truck is legally allowed on this road. I think there are literally I think there are literally signs that say this truck is not allowed. All right, we're going to all-wheel off-road. I might need to kick in the diff lock too. You know what? I'll kick in diff lock. Nope. Nope. No. Gearbox almost busted. Oh. Slow down. Okay. Okay. If I just get down this hill, I'm fine. Actually, you know what? I'm going low. Going into low regular. Oh yeah, I'm bouncing. Or like a low rider. Alright, I'm going to angle myself this way. So that I can set down flat. Okay. Almost didn't make it. Almost didn't make it. And actually, there's still time. There's still time for this to go wrong. Around this one little turn. There's still absolutely time. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, I want to fold the trailer. Give this truck a break. I'll go over here, see if I can find some flat ground to fold the trailer. That was harrowing. That was absolutely harrowing. Alright, I think we're both flat, technically speaking. We might need to fold it on highway. Come on now. Let's see. Fold trailer. Okay. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. It's a folding trailer. Yes. All right. Now this truck gets a little break. I think I should take this puppy back to the garage. And yeah. I'm just gonna take it back to the garage. Garage is out that way, yeah. Well, I can handle pretty rough terrain now that the trailer's folded, but I don't want to push it too far. I think I'll go back to the garage and sell this, quite honestly. Yeah. Yeah, I think I will. Go back to the garage and sell this. Or wait, no I won't. I lied. What I'll do is... Nope, that's a lie. I'll go to the fuel station. I'll go to this fuel station over here. I can go there. And I'll park it here. I'll park it here till I decide what to do. But I'll go back to the fuel station. I don't think I want to make this run in this truck again. I think I'll just run the Pacific twice for the other two that I need. The foldable trailer is cool as hell, though. Very fun. And actually, this is quite damaged. This truck is quite damaged right now from that run. Hey, Justin. Yeah, the truck becomes unstable since the center of gravity is altered. Yep. I noticed that. I noticed that the hard way. And actually, this truck is relatively light. I have a few DLC trucks that I probably should be using, but I set a rule for myself because I bought the pack of all the DLC was on sale recently, so I bought it all. But a rule I set for myself is I don't want to use any of the DLC trucks till I'm out of Michigan, till I actually transition over to Alaska. So that's the rule that I set for myself. Once I get to Alaska, because I saw some beefy DLC trucks in there, and one of them definitely would have been better for logging. And actually, you know what? Based on this feedback, I am taking her straight to the garage. Actually, there's kind of no reason not to at this point. So I should actually, when I get out here, I'll turn the other way. And I'll go here. I'll keep it highway. Past the fuel station, and then we'll go up. It's the wrong way. I'll go here. Here. We'll go past the farm. And then I'll probably sell this. I'll probably sell this for now. It's not practical. This truck hates it. Yeah, I know. I have the Bandit. I have I think another international truck. I have a cab over highway international truck that I found, but then I saw another like really beefy international truck. But if I want to use those, I'm gonna need money because I need to get like new tires for those trucks and things like that. But that was a fun experience, really pushing the Fleet Star. But I think I'm gonna go back to the garage, use the trailer store at the garage to turn this trailer in and just get the money. There are things there are better uses for this Fleet Star right now than a logging truck. It shouldn't be a logging truck. It should be a fuel truck. Like straight up, it should be a fuel truck or a support truck. Like for fueling, repairs, that kind of thing. Fleet Star, probably awesome. But this was an insane trip. Well, I'm not going to hit that marker, but... And even folded, you can tell just how heavy this trailer is right now. This trailer is very heavy for this truck. So I'll go to the trailer store. And then I'll put it in the garage. It's done enough. Thank you for your service, soldier. It's not, the Bandit is not that OP of a truck? Okay. I might. But I want to get out of Michigan with stuff you find in Michigan. And then probably when we get over to Alaska, I'll probably just use whatever I got. I want to say this folding trailer will get me like 12 grand back. So I can use that for other stuff, for sure. But the Fleet Star just clearly, like I got it done, but it was very uncomfortable, and it clearly just does not have the mass to do logging. I think the Fleet Star is a great medium hauler. I think it's a great, like, recovery truck. I think it's... See, I almost flipped. Although that was partially due to bad driving. Just the way it is. You know, I'm pushing this truck to its limits. It is fun to test trucks like that. Alright. We're going to be going through the mud. I don't think this mud is very... No, this mud's actually not very deep. And the gearbox was yelling at me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna unfold this trailer, sell it. That's okay. I'll finish the heavy logs in the Pacific, since that, or the long logs in the Pacific, since that's exactly what it's for. And then I'll finish the medium log runs with the Western Star. That's fine. So we wanna unfold the trailer. Oh yeah, that moves the truck a lot. Even on the unfold, it moves the truck a lot. So I'm selling this. I'm selling this. Yeah, 15 grand back. 15 grand back. And because of lazy, I'll recover. I'll recover. I'll take this. There's not a medium logging add-on for this, is there? No. No. It can only do shorts. It can only do shorts. But I can do... Hold on, though. Short logging frame. Log carrier front. Is the log carrier front worth getting? Like, what would the... Wouldn't I need the log carrier front for a different trailer? I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna grab it. Because if I can at least tool this thing to haul medium logs, which I think it could handle. Log trailer, not enough money. Small logging trailer. Log carrier rear. That's for long logs. Okay. Useless to me. Yeah, so what I actually need for this to be useful is I need to use a medium logging trailer. So I need to sell that back then. Luckily I'm playing on normal and I get full refunds for everything. But we're gonna sell that. And then I think I'll just pick up a medium logging trailer. So that I can at least assist the Western Star in this truck by hauling medium logs. Oh shit. I don't have enough. I'm like, okay, is there one thing in my garage I can sell? Is there one thing I'm not using right now? Engines, no. Suspension, no. Sold all my tires already. No, no. Is there one thing for one thing? The van body add-on I can sell. Realistically, I'm not going to use that. If I need to repair something, I'll use a service trailer. I'd rather sell this back. Because I don't want to haul long logs in this thing. But a second medium logging trailer would actually be useful. Because because the Western Star is gonna haul two medium logs. So it can bring one of its logs to the farm and then another one of its logs to town storage, and then we're still gonna need one to go to town storage. So I'll buy the medium logging trailer. Here. Yeah, Fudum M logging trailer. That way I can at least contribute and haul medium logs. So I'm actually gonna, before I do anything else, I'm actually gonna take this to the logging station. So I'll go this way. I'll go this way. That way. Or wait, no, that's wrong. I don't want to go that way. I want to go up here. This route is a little bit better, a little bit safer. And then there. There, yeah, we're taking longer, more highway route, but Fleet Star, I love it, but it's not the most capable truck. You still have to be relatively careful. And then we're gonna go here, 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 and then straight on. This should be a quick run because we're lighter. We're lighter. But holy, I'm happy I had that experience just to understand the limitations of this truck. Still a fine machine, but good lord, that was wild. That was absolutely stupid. That was absolutely stupid. And I'm almost stuck. Also, this trailer is an anchor. I am taking it up a pretty tough hill. There we go. There we go. Now that all my drive wheels are out of the mud, we're fine. I feel like this is probably still going to struggle to haul a medium logging trailer loaded up, but one thing at a time. And I think this trailer is just cumbersome. And then once I get this back to the station, I'll do one of the Pacific runs. Stones are my mortal enemy, apparently. Yeah! Screw those guys. Oh, thank you, Depostamaker. Depostamaker in chat says the game is 60% off right now. Big ups, Depostamaker. So now's the time to get it. I talked Lefty into this game. Lefty bought this game. And we've been talking about it. It's fun. Fun. I love converting people over to games I like. It's so much fun. I played this for about an hour back when it was on Game Pass, back when I had a PC Game Pass subscription, and I liked it, but I bounced off of it hard. Because I was like, oh, is all you do drive trucks? You drive trucks, you deliver stuff? But then it was on like aggressive sale about a month ago. And I bought it on aggressive sale, tried it again, and it totally clicked. It was one of those things. I came back to it much later, and it totally clicked with me. 100%. And I couldn't stop. And here we are. I'm streaming it nearly every day now. Because I can't stop. Alright, once we're on level ground, I'll swap to 2. I also like with more complex gearboxes, you have to be more disciplined. I like that. Yeah, not sure exactly. I never expected to get into this off-road trucking game. And I wouldn't call Snowrunner obscure, but it's definitely niche. I wasn't expecting to get in, like, I had dabbled in Spin Tires and Mud Runner before, because all that shit was on Game Pass during lockdowns. So obviously I tried Mud Runner, I tried Spin Tires and all of that, and I liked it. I liked the idea of it. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to fully commit, and now, boy, am I fully committed to this game. I am fully committed to this program. Absolutely. I just love it. It's so satisfying. It's so satisfying and so punishing. It's unlocking the same receptors as Hitman did for me when Hitman 2016 first came out, because that game can be punishing as hell if you let it, is the thing. So I think this is very much like the new Hitman for me. I like games that force you to figure it out. Figure it the hell out. Like that. The trailer almost yanked me, flipped me over. But I like games that kind of force you to sit with your problem and figure it out. Like that run, like the Fleet Star Long Log run. I was halfway through. My trailer was bouncing and I was like, well, I'm not recovering from this. I gotta just finish. Sometimes you make bad calls and you just gotta finish. You just gotta find it in your heart to finish. And that's what I love about this game. It's very risk-reward. It taps into those risk-reward receptors very, very well. I think in this case, and we'll see once I have medium logs loaded, I think in this case, having medium logs loaded to weigh the truck down will actually help. I think I'm getting a lot of body bounce because the trailer is creating rolling resistance, but it's not that heavy. So I think it is yanking the cab around a little bit. Yeah, there's a certain streamer addicted to a piece of cardboard. Yeah, don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started on that. Complete and utter nonsense. Alright, I'm gonna load her up. I'm gonna load her up and turn her around. Medium logs, please. Trailer, please. Alright, let's see. How's this handle? How's this handle? I think I'm gonna need diff lock to get out of this, because I'm in the mud. The trouble with this is that the loading zone is in the mud. It's in some pretty gnarly mud. Yeah, actually, I'll put this up behind the Western Star, because it'll go next in line, and the Pacific is currently first in line. So right now I'm going to stop this. I'm going to change trucks. I think I can hop into the Western Star and then hop into the Pacific. Yes, just to save me going through menus. Hello, old friend. This is what you were born for. Alright, so we're going to the lumber mill. Nothing fancy. I'm going to pretty much take that same route back. Although there are going to be some tight squeezes for the Pacific's fat ass. But this is the way we're going. I may call an audible partway through, but this is pretty much the way we're going. So we'll go past the fuel station. We'll fuel up. We'll go this way. This way, past the bog. Actually, no, this is safe for the Pacific. It'll just be slow as hell. But I do want to take the different way into the lumber mill. Maybe not that way. Ooh, that's going to be a tight squeeze. Nah, I'm going to take the safe way into the lumber mill. Because as slow as the Pacific goes, I don't want to test that. Hey Chio, it goes well. It goes well. I know I said last night I wasn't going to stream this game tonight, but here we are. I want to at least get this logging run done. This logging contract done. And then if I can, we'll call it a stream. All right, here we go. Pacific is going to do its thing. Pacific is going to do its thing. But I am definitely not streaming tomorrow. Definitely not. But Friday is going to be a bigger stream. What I want to do on Friday is I want to push on to Island Lake. Yes, tomorrow night I am going to work on the wristband for Forza. Exactly. Tomorrow is my grocery shopping and my quest towards the wristband. Although I told you guys in the gaming thread, I don't know if I'll have time this weekend because my uncle and his new fiance are visiting us. We had my parents visiting us last weekend, and then my girlfriend's uncle is visiting us. So we gotta be nice to Uncle Artie and entertain him while he's in town. So I don't know. Big ups, Uncle Artie. Big ups. Love that guy. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll have Forza time this weekend. I don't know. It depends. I don't quite know what our plans are for Uncle Artie yet. Am I stuck? Almost. I was almost stuck. Low gear saved my ass. Low gear saved my ass. Look at this, man. This game is beautiful. Like, some of the textures are a bit questionable, but sometimes the lighting and everything just hits just right, and you love it. And you absolutely love it. Okay, easy, easy. Gotta slow it down. Slow down. Even though this truck is a massive beast, it could flip. I flipped it before. I've totally flipped it before. I flipped it a couple days ago. I also need to remember to fuel up at every fuel station because I am guzzling. Look at how much fuel I've already used. Also, I need to remember that this truck doesn't turn at all, and the turning circle is even worse, loaded with logs. But it's certainly weighted better than the Fleet Star is for these logs. Okay, I want to try and get right in between these stones, if I can. Yes. Because if the front axle hits those stones, we're screwed. We are absolutely screwed. Absolutely screwed. I do like the P16 being pretty much ready to serve its purpose right out of the box. That's very nice. Here, I'll go on low here. Get on solid ground. Yep, it was having trouble with the turn a little bit. You know what? I'm going to keep it in low. I don't know what the high range... I don't know what high is for. Okay, I'm damaging my engine. Okay, get that. I don't know what the H setting does. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. But I'll crawl up this hill on low. I'll crawl up this hill on low. And then as soon as the trailer is kind of free... Okay, now we're going to standard. I'm going to have to take these turns nice and easy. So I'm letting off the gas. Because I don't want to hit grass while I'm on the highway. I don't want to do anything that'll destabilize me. So I need to take these turns easy and wide. Easy, slow, and wide. So like this here. Nice. See, I'm learning. I'm getting better. So you basically need this truck. You basically need this truck to continue, essentially. Like if you're gonna rank up to the point where it's kind of safe to leave Michigan and go to Alaska, you need to do these logging contracts. And to get these logging contracts, like I guess the Western Star could pull these logs, but really, I think it would struggle. Not as much as the Fleet Star did. But you basically need this truck to continue. H helps with fuel consumption. A single fast gear. Okay, so it's a single fast gear. Okay. Thank you, Not Sure. I appreciate it. I always say my chat is smarter than me. Whatever I'm streaming, my chat is smarter than me. It's good for hauling. It's good for hauling heavy cargo on a decent road. Okay, so over highway. I should actually be using it over highway. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So if I'm on like a level highway, not going uphill, I should use high gear. I should use H. Okay. Good to know. So like kind of now-ish, right? So if I flipped into it now, this little stretch is yeah, because we're only doing 1 gallon. I see what you mean. But for the mud and dirt, I would want to use the standard gears. Okay, got it. And it would make sense that a logging truck would have a high gear option. It would make sense. There's cases for off-road too. Okay, interesting. I'll learn. Like I said, I'm willing to learn, and a lot of the fun in this game I've had is like testing the limits of my trucks and learning. You know, I'm not really looking stuff up. I have seen some things on YouTube just by watching, because I've gotten into certain Snowrunner creators and things, because Snowrunner is fun to watch, and I'm kind of getting ideas of how to present my streams from some stuff that other people have done. You know, you can't exist in a vacuum. You have to understand what people making similar content to your own are doing. It's foolish not to. It's foolish not to watch anybody. But yeah, I'm trying to go into a lot of this stuff as blind as possible. The sense of discovery has been very fun for me. Okay, so after this, I think I'll haul medium logs again. Yeah, after this, I'll haul the medium logs in the Western Star. And then after that, I'll do medium logs in the Fleet Star. And then that's the medium log portion. And then I'll have to do another run in this truck to complete it. Yeah, I thought so. The way to get the most enjoyment out of the game seems to be to discover it yourself. I'm not averse to looking things up, but I would rather learn the hard way, because some of the most fun I've had in this game, well, if you saw last night, I had to recover the Western Star. I was like a quarter mile from a wood plank, from a concrete slab drop off, and I flipped it. So instead of recovering, which would be the free and easy option, I brought the Pacific up and I rolled the Western Star back onto 4 wheels, craned the cargo back into the bed, and kept it pushing. And that was one of the most enjoyable times I've ever had with this game, was having to sit and figure it out. Oh, the game is too complex. Okay, so maybe once I get to Alaska, I might want to start looking stuff up. But I feel like Michigan is a pretty well-designed tutorial map. Because it's basically the tutorial. And the game tells you, like when you travel to Alaska, the game's like, yeah, you might have fun in Alaska, but also you might want to consider doing some more things in Michigan. Get some trucks and rank up a bit before heading to Alaska, because Alaska's kind of intense. The game straight up tells you that. So like now I'd want to use high gear, like in through here. Yeah, because it's not that much slower. But we can be under 1 gallon per minute. Although this is faster. And right now it's not that much of a difference. I'll get a feel for it. And also we're passing 2 fuel stations on this run. So that's fine. Oh wait, that was my turn. Hold on. We'll reverse straight back. I have to be way more careful about turning. Because this log carrier is not something you can just turn around. I'm taking out road signs, whatever. They'll be restored next time I use the gateway. Can I not knock the mailbox? Oh, yes. Victory. I didn't knock the mailbox. What a cumbersome turn on like a civilian road. Yeah, I'm gonna need a little more for this. There. All right, perfect. I'm trying to get better with my turning. I feel like up to now I've just been dragging trailers around turns. Now I want to feel like I'm actually kind of steering the trailer around the turn. I don't think this is going to be tough at all. This is what this road is what this truck was made for. Right in through here. Like a full load of logs makes a slow truck significantly slower, but it works. It does the thing. I feel like this truck is truly the best at what it does. Truly the best at what it does. Oh, see, and even it's getting body bounce down this hill. So I should really, really be thankful that I made it down here in the Fleet Star, considering that this P16 was getting major body bounce down the hill. That makes me feel like a lunatic. Okay, let's I don't wanna drive this truck back yet. I wanna sort of keep the action moving. So I wanna put this somewhere okay where it's not gonna take up. Here, I'll put it to my left behind here, because isn't it? Yeah, if I turn to my left. I can turn it around and then out, and then it won't be in the way of anything. Oh no, that's wrong. Nope. That's the wrong road. Now I'm gonna have to reverse this logging trailer, which means I'll be dragging it. Yep, I'll be dragging it. Sure. I feel like this is finicky as hell. You know what? I am gonna flip myself. I am gonna flip myself. I'm absolutely gonna flip myself. Okay. My wheels straight? No. That's the problem. All right, I need to counter steer this way, yeah? Sorta. I'm kind of almost flipping. Shit. All right, I think this would be easier in the morning. So let's wait till morning. Let's do the thing. Okay, now I can kind of see which direction my wheels are turning. How'd I end up in neutral? Who the hell knows? Oh, this is not safe. This is not safe. Nope, nope. I'm just going to continue down this road. Continue down this track. And I can... Oh, okay. I can turn left up here. This whole time I could have just turned left to get back up the hill. Okay, we're saved. I'm fine. I'm fine. I almost flipped. But I'm fine. And I'll just turn around in this person's yard. Can I even turn around in this person's yard? Like, is that feasible? It kinda is, actually. Yeah, it actually kinda is. Okay. So I need to go left to get back towards the road. Can I go left? Yeah, I can. I'll go left, bust that gate, and then I'm out of here. Uh-huh. Oh, no, I don't even have to bust the gate. Sorry about your bushes and shrubs. Sorry. Okay, I'll keep this truck here. This truck is in, like, a safe spot to navigate out. So I'll stop the engine. And then I want to go to the White Western Star. Yep, and the Fleet Star is queued up behind it. So White Western Star is going to the farm first. Yeah, we're going to the farm first. So we'll go out this way. We'll go straight up here. And then we're going to just... The roads on this map always confuse me. Okay, yep. So I need to go this way. I need to go here, here. And it's going to be mostly highway. We're going to do 2 out of 3 logs. And then the Fleet Star can go. And then I'll do the final run in the Pacific. And then that completes the contract. Because the Fleet Star will just need to bring 1. Just 1. And then what's the... That's not a safe way into the farm. How did I go? Oh, yeah. I went all the way around. Yep. Because the front way into the farm is kind of a death trap if you're hauling cargo. And I'm definitely overloading this truck. But it'll work. So I'll cut through here. Here. Keep it going. Okay. So our route is all the way plotted. Let's go. And I need to use the off-road gearbox just to move with this configuration. But it does it. It does it, chugging 4 gallons a minute. I already did this once. I can do it again. And it was relatively comfortable, actually. Unlike long logs in the Fleet Star, this was relatively comfortable. And I don't even have diff lock on this truck yet. Two medium log carriers. Hell yes. I'm surprised my gearbox is not squawking at me. This is going to be... Once this is done, the other 2 are not difficult because the Fleet Star will just have 1 load of medium logs that it can bring the same route as this. I thought about winching up the Fleet Star to this and towing it with its cargo, but I didn't want to push my luck. I did not want to push my luck. I feel like that would be asking for trouble. But in my head, I thought about setting up a little convoy and just letting both trucks drive themselves. I don't know why I gear switched. We were on highway for about 3 seconds, but it's just a habit, I guess. Good habit to get into. Your truck and your gearbox will thank you. It's also just, it's fuel efficient, it's faster. Yeah, this is... I don't think this exceeds the limitations of this truck, but I think it's right at the theoretical limit of what a white Western Star could do. And I'm being very careful about these stones. My front axles hit these stones, I'm kind of screwed. I'll flip. Even the rear ones, you want to keep off the stones. Scare the hell out of me. But I'll have some money to play with after this contract. I'll have some definite money to play with. Then with those funds, I can push on to Drummond Island. And then once I have Drummond Island scouted, I'll do, you know, the recovery operation. No, not Drummond Island. Excuse me. Island Lake. I've been to Drummond Island. I did a whole stream on that a few days ago. But Friday's going to be Island Lake, I think. Okay, easy. Yep, 2 to the farm. And then I'll do one quick run in the Fleet Star, and it should be quick because it's only one load of logs. And then I'll do the long run in the Pacific, and then that'll be it. And to think I've done all of this in the Western Star without differential lock. It's a pretty amazing truck. With a lot of applications. Oh yeah, I'm noticing a difference with the high setting in the Western Star, not so much with the Pacific, because I feel like the Pacific's range of speed is so small that it's inconsequential. Oh yeah, and it okay, so high range can't really do anything from a standstill, but if you want to save fuel over the highway, that's what you use high range for. Or high gear for. I don't know why I keep saying high range. But low plus is kind of the way to go. If I didn't have off-road gearboxes, I could not get this done at all. They make such a difference. I even put the Snowrunner gearbox on the Chevy 1500, and as a scout, that levels that truck up so much. Very fun. Very, very fun. Okay, whoa, that was close. That was close. Watch your trailers. See, now I'm talking to myself. What's up, Rinse Jester? I think this would be an F class, Rinse Jester. We be racing Fs. Press Fs to pay your respects for this truck. But I was, Deposit Maker asked earlier, I am going to work on my wristband tomorrow night. Put a couple hours in tomorrow night. And I don't know if I'm good for this weekend because my uncle and his new fiance are coming to visit us. So, I don't really know what my timetable is. I'll let you guys... don't worry, I'll tag the right people. I'll let you guys know. But I'm not quite sure what's up with Uncle Artie this weekend. But I need to keep myself available. But it's definitely a D class. D for dunce level truck. Ack. It is dunce level. No, actually, this truck is goated. This truck is awesome. Regular gearbox can't quite do it. I'm going to keep it on off-road. Okay, you should be around if I need help. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll probably just solo it, to be honest. I'll solo it for a bit, probably before I go to bed tomorrow. It'll be fun. I'm actually looking forward to it. I haven't really had solo Forza time in a few weeks. Lately, the only time I played is when I play with everybody in our little Forza group. So it'll be nice. It'll be nice to kind of do it alone for a bit. And then that's when I really get a feel for cars and like figure out the cars. Like, because when we're doing our convoy stuff, we're kind of just bouncing between things. But when I play solo, I like to kind of stick with a car and then do whatever races I can with that car. That's a fun way to do it. Okay, so I'll drop these off, then I'll go back up to the logging station, then I'll hop in the Fleet Star, do the final run to the farm. After I do the... Actually, yeah, I'll do the final run to the farm with the Fleet Star. That's what I'm doing. So that's medium. Oh, no, and then I need to... So the farm is done, now I need to go back to town storage. That's right. Okay, so town storage is turn around, go this way, go this way. Okay, so actually, I'm wrong. Actually, I will need to send one of the trucks back to town storage. I did my math wrong, but that's okay. Yeah, I did my math totally wrong. But I'll go here. I'll go in this way. Cool. Alright, so let's turn her around. Let's turn her around and get to it. How's the auto gearbox faring? Not well. Off-road is necessary. You know what? I should have turned in the logs off the trailer. The drag strips are a good way. Yeah, I know, because the drag strips, you know, to get a little fast and the furious, you can figure out if you in fact have a 10-second car at the drag strips. It's very fun. Okay, yeah, I'll take it all the way around this drive to the right. I'm getting impatient, but I need to be more patient. Am I stuck? I am stuck. Yeah, I am legitimately stuck. Is there anything the trailer can winch to? No. Alright, I'm just gonna have to find a way out of here. Do I have any guts in reverse? I do. I do have a little bit of torque in reverse. So if I can get my front wheels up onto the grass, yes. Sorry about your yard, Farmer Adams, but I've got things to do. Okay, so I can't stop moving. If I stop moving, I'm gonna sink. So I'll take it nice and slow. I think I can reverse. Yes, I can. So I want to go out that way. Switch gears. Okay, we're only going to town storage. And actually, I should take this truck back to town storage. I'm done with the Fleet Star for this contract. Oh no, I am not stopping. I am not stopping with this. Actually, no, I'm wrong. I need the Fleet Star. I might, to challenge myself, I might do a towing run. I might tow the Western Star, Fleet Star together to town storage. See how that goes. That'd be a fun run. Fun way to end, honestly. I've never tried a towing convoy before, and I like to learn things. And I also just learned that when you're unloading cargo, you should unload things off of your trailers first and keep your cab weight down. Yeah, watch out for that rinse guy. He's a troll and a whore. That's not a nice thing to say, Decepticon. Don't make me revoke your shield. Give me your badge. Give me your badge. Come on. Your badge and your weapon. No, it's all good. Thank you for stopping by, buddy. We'll talk Friday. We'll talk Friday, for sure. Yeah, I should have unloaded the trailer. I'm an idiot. I'm a big dumb idiot. But now I know. Now I know. He is being good. No, he is being good. This is not a Indrid Cold situation. He's being good. I've talked to Rince on a number of occasions. He seems like a reasonable guy. He's just a troll. Being a troll doesn't make you a bad person. Not at all. Quite the contrary, actually. Quite the contrary. Alright, we're kicking it in. Kicking on the normal gearbox. Going to town storage. Drop this shit off. Let's go. Well, based on my experiences with you, Rents, you seem like a decent guy. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I've talked to you a number of times on a regular basis now. You seem like a perfectly reasonable fellow. You seem like good dude. All of our racing dudes seem like good dudes. Guy with two names, good dude. Shanabrand, good dude. Deposta Maker, good dude. Astrodontist, good dude. Iwamoto, good dude. We're just like racing cars together. It's fun. Alright, I'm gonna slow down here. I don't want to bottom out too bad. Okay, we made it. I am gonna compulsively fuel up. Because hauling logs, I didn't anticipate to drink this much fuel hauling logs. There's a logging contract where I have to bring logs to, I think, either Smithville Dam or Drummond Island from here. I'm going to need a fuel truck. We're going to need to park a fuel truck halfway on the route because there's no way. There's no way. There is absolutely no way. Oh. Did I pick the entrance? Yes, I did. Can I make the turn in? Oh, I'm the best trucker. Look at me. Alright, that's one medium log. And we need 2. No, those dudes, I believe, are legitimately just joking. Those dudes have been doing that forever. Actual years at this point. I've known both of those dudes a long time. They're fine. They're alright. And then we're gonna go back to the logging station, yeah? And what's the best way to get there from here? I gotta... Jeez. Yeah, I gotta take the road. Back all the way. Wow, yeah, this is a long way. This is a long way. So I gotta do this. It'll be fast though because I'm not hauling anything, so I can just kind of zip up there. So we'll pass the fueling station. There, there. Yeah, this is a long way. I like how this game teaches you. This game kind of, eventually you'll kind of just be going all the way across the map for things. And before you know it, you kind of understand the exact layout of every road and kind of which trucks can go where. You start to really learn the terrain. I know this terrain very well. I know Smithville Dam really well. I'm starting to get a feel for Drummond Island. Yeah, guy. Yeah, honestly, guy with 2 names is he's a troll as well, but he's legitimately good people. I've had good conversations with that guy. We have a little bit of a Hitman rivalry, or we had. I've kind of stopped playing Hitman, and that's okay. I think it's fine to stop playing a game you like while you still like it. I have like 1,000 hours in that game. And, you know, sometimes it's just time for a game to go. It's important to know your limits. It's important to know your limits. So I'll take this back to the logging station, load it up. And then I'm going to take the Pacific back to the logging station. And then I need to do both of these runs, and then that's it. That's going to be it for tonight. Gotta be it. I'll end up streaming longer than I thought I would, but I built in time. I built in extra time tonight. I will not be streaming tomorrow. I will stream Friday, though. I will stream Friday. Whoa, look, I drifted! That was pretty sick. I managed to pull off a sweet drift. That was very fun. I've made some of the worst mistakes when I'm not hauling cargo, because when you're not hauling cargo, your truck just moves so fast, and I tend to get sloppy with my turns. I need to be very, very careful. Very careful. I'm still taking these wide out of good habits. And then we'll take the Pacific. Oh, shit. I thought I was doing good. And you know what? I am still doing good. I shouldn't naysay myself. Come on, I gotta take back control of the truck. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You're better than this. Okay, time to use the off-road gearbox. Nice and steady uphill climb. Okay, now here's the station. I'm glad we're not going down there. Down there would be rough with this configuration. Happy to stay up here. And again, just fueling up out of habit. This should get me a lot of experience points and a lot of money. That's the name of the game. Do I need the off-road for here? Probably. One moment. I just have to take a quick phone call. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I don't like to take calls during streams, but sometimes you gotta. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Kept it brief, kept it short. Nothing I could do. Nothing I could do. Sometimes a ringing phone has to be answered. Actually, what I'll do is, I'll take this back, load it. I'll take the Pacific back, load it, drive this to town storage to finish that leg. Then I'll finish in the Pacific. That's what I'll do. I want to alternate driving back and delivering logs. That's what I want to do. So I'll load this, drive the Pacific back, and then it'll be one load after the other. Boom, boom. Oh, that was risky. I drifted. You see that? Best trucker in the world. I should get the Tokyo Drift theme on a button. That'd be fun to play. That little doot 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 doot. Yeah, I should get that on a button. Next time. Next time. Next week, probably. This weekend, since I'm turning this into a thing, since I'm streaming this regularly, I actually want to like make stream assets and like have stuff ready for this. I think that'd be fun. So I will do that. Because man, I'm gonna keep doing this. I don't know when I will tire of this game, but I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon. And I should get sound drops in here and stuff like that, so people like Rinse Jester control me with air horns and stuff like that. I should have commands for air horns. I'll work on that. I'll work on that, so that you guys can spam the horn. That'd be a fun thing to learn and implement. I think I will. Okay, and I need 2 loads of logs. And then I'll turn her around. And then I'll have the Pacific just kind of load and go. So truck and trailer. Yeah. I'll just go once with the Western Star back to the town storage. I'll just go once. But now I have to go get the Pacific P16. I could, you know what, guys? To spice things up a little bit. Right? Let's take a shortcut. You see this shortcut? Let's take it. I think we can. Screw it. Let's take a shortcut. We're gonna go here. Oh, you know why it's drawing that line? Because I'm not in the truck. There we go. Let's take a shortcut. We can. We're unladen. If I was hauling a load, I would not take this shortcut. But let's try and take this shortcut. Let's attempt it. We're gonna go through the swamp, over the wood bridge. We're gonna go here, here. Actually, no, we're not going to go that way. That way will be too intense. We want to loop here, back up onto the highway. And then that puts us here. And then we continue on to the logging station. If I'm going to drive this thing back again, a second time, I'm going to spice it up. I'm going to spice it up and I'm going to test myself. So God be with me, I suppose. God be with me. All right, here we go. Shortcut. And actually, I don't know why I always pause for that. I'm going to wait till morning. There we go. Day-night cycle be damned. I truck when I want. Oh yeah, this thing will make it. This thing will make it. You know what it is? My wheels are kind of edging between hard ground and the dirt track, so they're struggling with the transition. This truck struggles with transitional phases. I believe in you. I believe in you, P16. I believe in you. There we go. That's a tough climb. That's a tough climb to do as a standstill. I may regret this, but I wanted to spice things up. For the sake of the stream, I'm taking this very ill-advised shortcut back. People in my chat have already told me that in Snowrunner, shortcuts aren't shortcuts. Shortcuts are hazards. Yeah, it really struggles with any kind of uneven ground. Get it on flat ground and it absolutely cooks. But I'm doing this for the culture, you know? I'm doing this for the culture. Oh, wait. Wait, so that was the problematic shortcut. We just did it. Okay. That actually wasn't terrible. I just did the like, yeah, that was a problem, but I did it. I'm never doing it again, but I wanted to save time. I wanted to save time. I absolutely did. Should be able to handle this. That was the only thing I wasn't sure about. And the question is, will these roads be too narrow? Because it does get narrow in through here in spots. I may get caught on a spruce. Oh, shit. I was supposed to turn. And this truck doesn't turn. Yeah, okay, yep, we're fine. Yep. No, this is not the way to be taking this truck. Not at all. If I had logs on through here, I'd have flipped. Absolutely. 100% would have flipped. But we'll be on highway soon. I just wanted to see if I could do that little patch. That swampy part. And it actually, it wasn't bad. Actually, the hill getting to that crossing was harder than the mud itself. Because this truck, if flat, does very well with mud. If it has all 4 tires on the ground and you're an even surface, it cooks. It absolutely cooks. And even with this hill, it's doing okay. We'll be back on the highway, so not a problem. And we will have to fuel up on the way back. But we're back on highway, so nothing to worry about. This truck can handle highway quite well, though it does struggle uphill. And it has a fat ass. And a big nose, actually, too. It's got chubby cheeks and a fat ass, I guess, if I'm going to use that analogy. It's just wide all around. Okay, this we know. This we absolutely know. No problem. I gotta remember to fuel up. I am drinking fuel like water right now. We should pass 2 fuel stations on this route, though. I am glad I ran this in the Fleet Star at the beginning of the stream just for the experience, but I'm never doing it again. Never doing it again. But I know the exact limits of the Fleet Star now. It's a good horn. I should clip this sound out and make this like a command. I'm just gonna make like exclamation point horn. That'd be a fun one. And I could put a cooldown limit on it. I could put a cooldown of like once per minute on it or something. Yeah, because this would definitely need a cooldown. Just imagine that being spammed. Imagine that being spammed. It'd be pretty rough. All right, we'll load her up, turn her around. And then the Western Star is going on its final run of this contract. And then we finish up with the Pacific. Oh, whoops. I used the loading platform by accident. Oopsies. There we go. Here, can I... Fleet Star's kind of in my way. I can get around it. I have just enough space to squeeze around it, like this. Yep. Mm-hmm. Perfect. And then I will queue this up right about here towards the side. Yep. And then this truck is going to sit here. Stop the engine. Can I change trucks from here? Change trucks to the Fleet Star. Change trucks to the Western Star. Okay. So we're going to town storage with this. So how are we getting to town storage? We're going to go... Yeah, definitely still back the way we came. So I'll go here. There. We'll gas up at this station because we're going to need fuel by then. And then there. Then straight on there. Through the puddle of death. And then there's town storage. All right, let's go. Here we go. Why did it pop recovery? Why would it possibly pop recovery? Because the wheels almost didn't move? Come on. I know what I'm doing. I've done this before. I've done this exact run before. It's not fast, and the truck is overloaded. But it's doable. It's absolutely doable. Look at me go. Look at me go. I'm going a cool 8 miles an hour. This is fine. This hill is insane, though. To pull anything up this hill. I can't imagine any truck doing this without an off-road gearbox. Logs being so heavy. I'm gonna go to regular low. There we go. Just to get us the rest of the way. We're almost there. As soon as my drive wheels are on concrete or on asphalt. All right, we're fine. And we're back to off-road again. But it is fun to switch over to the automatic for just a couple seconds. That is fun, and it's a good habit to get into. You want to switch gears whenever you can for fuel economy, to take care of the gearbox. See, now we're going like 30 miles an hour. How fast we going? About 18. Cool. 18, 20. Very nice. Oh, gotta watch out for those stones. Gotta remember those stones. They're my enemy. One of my last streams, like I couldn't cross a river with the Pacific P-16 because of a stone. I wish there was a way to move those stones, like with your truck. It'd be really cool if you could have like an earth mover or some kind of dozer where you would just move those stones, those little stones. Easy, easy, easy. This game has kind of taken over my life, but I do need to get back to Forza. I need to get back to Assassin's Creed Resynced. I really like that package. As someone who thinks that Assassin's Creed Black Flag is the best Assassin's Creed game, I really love that package. Got about halfway through, got distracted by this, and now need to get back to it. And in general, I've just been spending more time doing other things lately. Now is a great time to touch grass, as the kids say. Touching grass is good for the soul. I've been going to the pool. Swimming is good during the summer, obviously. But it's good exercise, you know. Oh man, this is giving me flashbacks. I remember going down this road with the Fleet Star and highway tires with like one piece of concrete, and it would take forever. It's amazing what new equipment does. And I almost flipped right there. That was scary. I need to watch it. I need to keep my eyes on. Alright, I'll fuel up just in case. You never know in this economy. And it's free. And it's raining. Perfect. I'm definitely preemptively putting it on low here, especially in the rain. Although, can anybody tell me, does rain actually make a difference in this game? Will I slip or slide or lose traction in the rain? I haven't noticed. But I do consider the rain as I'm driving. But I don't know. As I always say, I'm still learning. And I think we're highway pretty much the whole rest of the way. We just need to make it into town, pretty much. Yes, I see it. Feels good. There's a great sense of satisfaction when you're like nearly done with something. This needs a little help going uphill. Okay, there we go. Almost there. Just down this road, through the puddle, and into town. Or I should say up this road, because we're going upward elevation. Here I come. I'm coming into town, all you townies. I'm the annoying log truck driver. Right. Easy. All right, got it. I could have never imagined doing this when I first started. That puddle with a single piece of cargo used to scare the hell out of me. And now it's nothing, even with logs. Hello, Steel River Township. Nearly there. Then I'm going to pick up the Pacific and bring one more to the mill. I did not quite give myself enough space for the turn. Had to back up. That's a little tight, but I can make it. I usually don't go in this way. I like to exit this way. But I can totally make it. Nope, I'm never making it. Nope. Changed my mind. With that car there, there's not enough space for me to turn it. And that's a fool's errand, because I would have to turn either left or right. I'm better off taking it nice and wide in here and just going straight out. Yep. Oops. Sorry. Sorry about your building. That'll do. It ain't pretty, but it'll do. Okay, so medium logs are done. In the interest of time, I'm just going to put this truck anywhere. And I'll bring it back later. Will I be in the Pacific P12's way? Up here? No, I won't. Not here, anyway. I can stay along this road, and I won't be... Because the P16 will have to come through here. Because it's the safest way to the lumber mill is actually to cut through town as well. But I'll be safe here. Alright, now we're going back to the P16. And now let's go to the mill. And then the mill is this way. Along the highway. It's mostly highway. Mostly. We'll go by the fuel station, fuel up while we're there. Go around it. Take the long way around the bog. Go here, past the other fuel station, through town. Not going that way. Oh, thank you, Indrid Cold, for the raid. I'm hauling logs on Snowrunner. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I was gonna raid you when I'm done with this, if you were still streaming, but seems like you're out. But I hope you had a good stream. Hope you had a good, fun, robust stream. All right, gotta take this hill. This hill can get a little rough, but this is the last one after all this. Over 2 hours of work, and this contract will be done. It's gonna be fantastic. What's up, John Doe? I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn, John Doe. I got it. I got it, John Doe. I've got it completely under control. Just look at me. Look at the expertise with which I almost just flipped that trailer. I've heard the co-op in this game is good and fun. I haven't tried it yet. I'm enjoying the solo experience very much, though. Like, I just can't quite describe the frustration and also joy I get from this game. Because I do have quite joyous moments. You have a Russian APC. I have a few DLC trucks. I'm still new to the game. I have a few DLC trucks that I haven't used. I think that might be one of them. But the promise I made to myself is that I'm not going to use any of the DLC trucks until at least I go from Michigan to Alaska. Because I don't want anything too OP. So right now I'm just using the found trucks to do stuff in Michigan. I'm going to finish this logging run, and then Friday when I stream, I'm going to scout Island Lake and finish up stuff there, do all the infrastructure contracts, and then probably move on to Alaska. Oh no, well, so the Russian APC is vanilla. Oh, is it the Tatra? Is that what you're talking about? Because I was looking through like my truck storage, and I did have something like that. It's classified as an off-road truck, but it looks a lot more like a military vehicle than an off-road truck. It's got 6 wheels, yeah. And it could probably go through anything, but I'm holding myself back from using any of that stuff until at least I'm through Michigan. Or is it the Azov? I saw something called the Azov. I saw that somewhere. I don't remember where. I have something called the Bandit as well in my truck storage. Yeah, the Tatran. Yep. Okay. I couldn't remember the name. I said Tatra, but I obviously meant Tatran. It looks like a beast. It looks like an absolute beast. I was floored when I got this truck the other day with how powerful it is. This is your first big truck in the game. Is this Pacific logging truck? I was amazed by how big and lumbering this thing is. It's a little difficult to handle. And it has a very specific use case and very specific limitations. It can haul logs and some large semis. But if you're going up a hill, forget about it. It doesn't do hills. And if you get stuck in the mud, God forbid, you do not have all-wheel drive. You think it's the best hauler in the game? Oh, Mastodon. Okay. The Mastodon. I've heard people talk about it. But I am going to stream Friday if you're interested. And if you haven't rung the bell, ring the bell. I am going to stream Friday. Friday is going to be scouting Island Lake and seeing what I can do there. Because a lot of the contracts here will just take me to Drummond Island and Island Lake. So I wanted to get these logging runs done first just so that I can get a feel for logging. You just listen to Mastodon. Big ups! I'm not that much of a Mastodon music fan, but I have heard some of their songs. Yeah, I can imagine the co-op being very fun. I feel like you could tackle some contracts a lot differently. Like for cargo retrieval, for example, you could have one guy be the loader and then one guy be the hauler. I imagine you could have one guy bring a big ass, like, low saddle or high saddle semi, and then just have the other guy bring like a Fleet Star with a crane or a Western Star with a crane, and that'd probably be enough. I feel like co-op would be very interesting. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll get somebody on and I'll try it. That sounds fun as hell. Oh, embarrassing. Well, luckily we're on our way to the drop-off. I just nicked my suspension by 50%. Holy moly. Yeah, this specific P16 seems like a good hauler, but it seems exclusively good for logs. Like, you can put a saddle on it for heavy semi-trailers, but I don't know. I think I would rather have all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive capable vehicles. And the tires are good. The tires are unique. But, yeah, I don't know. I like this truck for what it does. When I first found it, I was like, oh, this truck's going to be my main. This is the last truck. This is the last truck I'll ever need. And then I tried to do, like, anything else with it, and it pulls dolly trailers really well. Like, if you've got a, you know, a ramped flatbed you want to pull around, this truck will do it. And it'll do it quite well. Like, it has a small trailer hitch, but I feel like there's other more nimble trucks. Like, there are places that this truck just can't go, versus something like a white Western Star or the Fleet Star. You can kind of squeeze those trucks into spots that you wouldn't expect because they have a relatively slim profile. But this truck has such a fat ass, so you got to be careful where you take it. And there are some steeper grades that this truck just can't deal with because it has a, you know, it's rear wheel drive only. So if your rear wheels get you know, get caught on something, God forbid a stone, you're kind of screwed, you know. And I should have taken that puddle a lot slower. I bottomed out, dinged the radiator. But this thing's a tank. Absolute beast, absolute menace. Let's turn the lights on. We'll be there in no time. And then I'll have some money to play with. It's also Canadian. Yeah. I looked up a YouTube video about the P16 and it was a Canadian logger. It's like, I'm here with the Pacific P16. It's a really good truck. I could tell you a lot about it. You know, just very good, like, Canadian loggers. And there's models from, like, the early to mid 70s that people are still using. It is an absolute workhorse. The dude I found on YouTube was showing off his, like, 1977 model. Insane to run a truck that long. But it makes sense. You know, you build something tough enough, and you take care of it, it'll last forever, essentially. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell they absolutely were built to last. Okay, can I get around this pole? Yes. Had to back up to fix my turn a couple times, but it worked. And this is the road to the mill. Shouldn't be a problem because it's mostly downhill from here. I mean, it's treacherous, but it's mostly downhill. And then I think once I dump this cargo off, I'll end the stream and I'll take this back to the garage on my own time. And we're bouncing. Yep. Almost hit that gate, but didn't. Hell yeah! Rank 12! Yes! 22,450. Just for that one job. But then look at this logging contract. Forester's house. Yeah, these are all going to Smithville Dam. So these are going to be long runs. Hell yeah. Incredible. Now what's my money situation? 26,500. I feel like I'm made of money now. But that's gonna be the stream, I think. I'll end it there. What a note to end on. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Thank you for coming to the stream, everybody. Thank you, Indrid Cold, for the raid. Since I've got a bit of an audience, where can I send you guys? Let's see here. Who is up right now? I wonder. Who is currently up? Oh yeah, I forgot they changed this. I have to go to edit. And it's in customization, add a redirect. Who can I send you guys to? Let's see. No. I'm gonna check my YouTube homepage. Check my live tab and see who's streaming. I don't think anybody's up right now. Unfortunately. You just refresh one more time. No. I don't think there's anybody really appropriate to send you guys to. Sadly. Here, actually, let me go over here. No. Unless there's someone you guys have unless there's someone you guys have your mindset on, but I think I'm just gonna end the stream there, basically. So thanks for coming to the stream, everybody. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Friday 9:30 Eastern. So see you guys there. Bye. Thank you, Indrid Cold, for the raid. And everybody have a good night.